In Taylorville, a citizens group is stepping up its efforts to determine now if a toxic site next to a public park has contaminated the park in a nearby subdivision.
WAND's Doug Wolfe reports the group My Community, My Family has begun obtaining samples which are going to private testing companies.
It was back in the 1980s and 90s when it was determined a former gas manufacturing plant owned by Central Illinois Public Service was responsible for children in Taylorville coming down with neuroblastoma, a rare childhood cancer. Now, 30 years later, residents are trying to determine if the same site, currently owned by Ameren, is a health risk once again.
I just want to see a solution that fixes this and that no more children end up getting sick.
Forming the not-for-profit group My Community, My Family, members are having tests done to determine if water and soil samples are contaminated. Initial tests indicate that some areas outside of the Ameren site may have toxic heavy metals.
And with these heavy metals, I don't know right now what that can do, but this is dangerous, especially to our children, those who are immunocompromised, those who have cancer and are already sick.
In a recent interview with Ameren, the company says its tests show there has been no leakage off their site.
We've met drinking water standards off of the site. We have a couple pair of monitoring wells on site that still have some concentrations of chemicals greater than drinking water standards.
My Community, My Family is waiting on additional testing results, which will come back in a few weeks. In the meantime, Manners Park, which is located next to the Ameren site, has moved most activities like baseball to other parks while waiting for those results to come back.
It was recommended by an engineer who has been studying some of the results, and it was recommended that that park be shut down until further testing is complete.
The additional test samples are from within the park and a nearby pond. In Taylorville, Doug Wolfe, WAND News.
Now, My Community, My Family says it has received support from both the Christian County Board and the local park board in their efforts.